Hey guys, and today we're going to talk about the most toxicity and the most bad trash app or platform, Twitter. Now, if you don't know about Twitter, Twitter is a very garbage website which literally every people got suspended. Well, not entirely, but the ones who violated their own rules. And those rules we're going to explain into individual topics because I am glad that I hate Twitter every single living flippin' time because Twitter is always a bad platform, and it's always been a garbage platform because the amounts of people who are there are so toxic. People's most hated topic about Twitter is cancel culture. If you don't know what cancel culture is, basically you're hiding behind the rock because cancel culture, I'm not gonna pronounce that anymore, but cancel culture was a definition that cancels a person or no longer does normal businesses or things that used to make people happy but they're not. I don't know what that means, but yeah, it's bad. Cancel culture is bad. It's always been bad. People agreed it is bad. There is sometimes that cancel culture used to be good, but that's a myth. If you think it's good, what is wrong with you? I think you're brain dead or something. Cancel culture is literally the opposite of good. If you go over there in the trash, in the garbage, near the original Twitter headquarters, if you go to the garbage, that garbage right there that you saw or you touched or any senses is cancel culture. Cancel culture is always there to ruin people's careers and make people not happy that their favorite person that is literally got canceled. It's outright ridiculous. It's just for flipping ruin people's careers. That's basically what cancel culture is. They canceled a person or caught 4K. DMCA abuse is even worse. That people get suspended or get their tweets deleted by Twitter itself because DMCA is mostly things that are copyrighted or music that has been copyrighted or like something else like an image or art or something else has been copyrighted or in fair use and all that, whatever that crap is. That DMCA on other platforms and YouTube, it is a big deal, but it's not really, you know. And it is serious, but it's not a big deal. But in Twitch, it is a big flipping deal because, if you put copyrighted music in one of your streams, you're gonna get banned. And yeah, that actually flipping happened. But we're not talking about other platforms. We're going to talk about specifically Twitter, which is the king or the masterpiece of DMCA abuse. This level of abuse right here is literally, I'm not going to say, okay, screw that word. It is very, 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 very bad and garbage and poopy. People got suspended them. People got like like tweets deleted by this DMCA abuse, and it's dumb. It is very dumb. And they shouldn't do like what YouTube does, like, this and that. But they're not YouTube, they're Twitter, and Twitter is worse than YouTube. See? That's how the options go in this situation. Yes, toxicity is like the most biggest things. Like if you have a Twitter account and all that, basically you see toxicity literally like 24/7 or literally like your daily basis or your daily routine in Twitter. And it's very, very trash, to be honest. Like every Twitter user who goes in Twitter and literally has toxicity comments that says, "Oh, you're bad," or oh, you're a arsler or any of that tweets or whatever. I don't know why, but like toxicity is like the main common thing that you do in Twitter. Like the first thing, if you're a beginner on Twitter, you get toxicity. But even that, it's still bullcrap because the toxicity is dumb, and the people who said those toxicity are dumb and literally have zero IQ. And if you're just gonna be in Twitter receiving these toxic comments and all that, then what's the point of going on Twitter if you're going to receive negative and toxic comments on your tweets or anything? Like, that's the dumbest thing about it. And normally, people could criticize, but like, this one is the major flaw to Twitter itself. Because that could literally, I'm not going to say, well, it does harm people, but it's still, like, it's dumb. Okay, it's a waste of time. Spreading toxicity towards other people. You know, even though you don't even know them, you know them on Twitter. It's still like a flaw to this. But yeah. You're gonna be just like this Twitter. This is basically what a Twitter user.
I am a registered sex offender. I stuck my dick into a blender. Your mom is a transgender. I am a professional nude sender.
Twitter is a complete waste of time. Like, when you get toxicity, bans, DMCA abuse, and all that, like, what's even the point of Twitter if you're receiving these negative effects on you when you're using the social media? Because literally, like, what's even the point of tweets and all that? If you don't know, like, it is a complete waste of your time, arguing people with Twitter, or you receiving negative opinions from the people from Twitter. Like, it's all about like cutting 4K exposures, things like that, and it gets very annoying at first, and plus it will keep on the cycle going and going. There is no stop to this. You get, like, if you have a Twitter account and you done something bad to it, you done a mistake or something, there is no going back. People were going to cancel you. People were going to say you got 4K. People going to expose you. Like, anything like that. And all of this is complete waste of your or someone else's time. Because literally, Twitter is toxic. It's made of toxicity and cancel people. And, like, it's so annoying. Like, and plus, there's no point of having a Twitter account. All you do is promote your channels or other social media platforms. Like, what's even the point? Like, you're just gonna promote your other social media platforms, and then that's literally it. That's all it does for promoting others, and that's it. Like, what's even the point? What's even the point of having a Twitter account? What's even the point of using a Twitter account constantly, and you gain none from that? That's how Twitter sucks. Twitter sucks every time, and their features are so bland that every time they're trying to mention stuff or say updating their like rules or updating their terms of service or things like that, or adding new features to the platform, like there's like these a little bit exciting things, but like at the same time they're no use. All right, there is no use. And plus, Twitter's already been a bad platform because, like, if you literally have a Twitter account, you basically need like therapy or something, because constantly you're hating yourself, and people like send toxicity and all that, which is infuriating, and that it keeps it going. And if you decide to have a Twitter account right now, you should probably know to avoid these kinds of stuff on Twitter, because it always constantly kept this going. So if you're trying to make a Twitter account just like me, or like a starter or a beginner, like, oh, I want to have a Twitter account, see how it is. Basically, and you need to avoid these types of things because Twitter is a toxic platform, a waste of your time, and a piece of garbage. And no one likes Twitter. Anyways, later.